Once the proud symbol of muscular American capitalism, General Motors will now effectively be nationalized, with the U.S. Treasury owning about 70% of the company in return for forking over another $30 billion in loans. The Obama administration is taking these steps reluctantly as a last resort. But the alternative, total collapse of GM, would throw tens of thousands of workers out of their jobs and deliver a body blow to the U.S. economy. Nevertheless, it's an ignominious chapter for the once grand and innovative, but more often bloated and complacent American auto industry.
When you're wildly successful for 75 years with a specific business model and a specific way of doing business, it's very hard to change that, even when you start to realize it may not be working.
A car that marks a proud feat of the teamwork of American productive achievement.
GM prospered in the golden era of big cars festooned with gleaming chrome and fins. But American models got a reputation for being shoddy and unreliable, mechanically out of date in comparison with better-built foreign imports. GM, Ford, and Chrysler fought every move to improve car safety. They also battled efforts to make more fuel-efficient cars. In the cheap gas era, fuel-guzzling large SUVs that rarely left the urban jungle reaped big profits for Detroit.
People tend to drive long distances. They tend to have fairly large families. They tend to have a lot of stuff. You know, we're Americans. We like a lot of stuff. And then you want a big vehicle to, like, haul the family and the stuff with.
But when oil prices soared, GM and its American brethren had no alternatives to offer cost-conscious consumers.
They spent a lot of money increasing the power of their engines, billions and billions of dollars on increasing the power of their engines, which was never needed. They had this almost mania, this almost narcotic of putting billions and billions of dollars there, and then they put billions buying back their stock, and they didn't put it in innovation.
Crushing debt obligations due to generous worker pay, medical benefit, and retirement packages made it impossible for GM to raise money when the credit crisis hit, forcing GM and Chrysler to go begging to Washington. Dozens of plants have already been shuttered and thousands of workers let go. GM shares sell for less than $2 today, down from $40 less than 2 years ago. Whatever vestiges of the American auto industry emerge from the bankruptcy wreckage, the glory days are over for good. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Washington.